Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Ageless Energy Show. Today we are talking about detox, all about detoxing. You may be listening as a podcast or right here in our private Facebook group, facebook.com/ageless energy. Regardless of where you're watching, thanks for watching or listening. Thanks for joining us. I I'm excited. Today is the first how can I say just checking volumes. Today's the first kind of support day. What we decided to just to give you an idea. Well, let me take a step back. So, Deanna, Brianne's in here. You guys are more than welcome to jump in, say hi, ask a question. Morning, Mom. This isn't just for detoxers in general. So I'll explain that in a second. But if you're not sure, we're a holistic health company. We work with women 40 plus to help them gain energy, burn body fat, balance hormones. We've been doing that for 20 years, so we're pretty good at it. And this is just another avenue for detoxing. And what we've decided to do is use the Ageless Energy as a support group. So in the past, we've created new support groups. So we're just going to use the Ageless Energy group. But anyone that signs up, they get access to a private portal. So I'll take a step back and I'll tell you that we had this question with our MAT members because we've been talking about the detox quite a bit. And the reason we don't really promo anything this much, to be honest with you, is because it only happens. Well, we haven't done this detox in 2 years, but we've been doing it for over 10 years probably, and refining it and improving it and changing it. So we've done detoxes for a long time. And then for this one, we haven't done in 2 years, and we only do it once, maybe twice a year when we do it. So when we put together, it's a big thing. It's like, hey, get in now, because we may not do it again for another year, or in this case, we haven't done it for 2 years. So we have a lot of people that are like, hey, can I do it another time? And I'm like when's another time? You know what I mean? Like, there's no other time than now. And like for us, there's so many different excuses that come through our mind. And don't be offended when I use the word excuses, because everyone's in a different situation, everyone's in a different position in life. But I think in most cases, like if you want to see the results you're looking for, now is the only time that matters. So some people, I get all kinds of objections, and I've rarely messaged people this much about like, hey, I think you'd be a good fit to try our detox, or hey, you've been following for a while, like this is a really good chance to work with us. It's literally $10. And I guarantee you'll get $10 worth of value out of it. That's just for the module. You get a free ebook, you get recipes, grocery shopping list, you get everything, and you can use it whenever you want. So again, when people are like, it's not really a good time, let me come back to it, I'm like, okay, well, you might be waiting another year, and you can do it whenever. You get your login details and you sign in, and we have hours of content in there. We have two recipe books. We have two recipe ebooks. You get the full detoxify yourself, and tons of information of Dorothy and I just explaining how to properly lifestyle detox. So I don't want to just focus on that. I just wanted to share with you guys what's going on. So if you have questions, like detoxing questions in particular, or anything you want to go over, I'm happy to be here to answer any questions. But so for our MAP members, Metabolism Accelerator Program members, you guys detoxed last week, and maybe even the week before. But so some of our questions are like, is this detox for the public or for us? If you're a MAP member, you can keep detoxing if you want. You can have another detox week. So when we designed this detox, it was more of a lifestyle detox. So we created sugar, like all the meals are gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and GMO-free. So we call this a lifestyle detox because I don't think it's something that you should be doing short term. You should be living a refined sugar-free life all the time. And you should remove GMOs and rancid oils. So all the things that I think we should be doing on a regular basis, we've put into this program. And it's not just about nutrition. Like over the years, we've added fitness in there. There's a fitness component in there because it's a great way to detox, sweat out toxins, and rejuvenate your cells and feel absolutely amazing. And then we also talk about different areas. Like we talk about water, toxins in your water, toxins in your frying pan, toxins in your kitchen. So again, it's a full lifestyle detox. It's not just like, okay, don't want to follow a meal plan right now, or not ready to morning Veronica, um like weekend fast kind of thing. It's quite a bit different. So again, when you sign up, morning Jodine, I think you signed up as well, didn't you? We have a handful of people in here that have signed up. So I'm actually surprised how many people signed up, because it was a slow. It's always a slow go though early on, because we try to promote or advertise, however you want to say it, early, so we can get people on board and ready to go. So it's always a slow go, and then at the end it's like this huge rush, and I'm like, where was everyone before? To get yourself prepped. But that was another objection that we got, was like, oh, I don't have any time to prep. It's starting today, and I'm like, we got you. We said the 17th because we want to give you the full weekend to prep. So everyone that signed up would have got an email and a text message that said, here are your login details. If you didn't get that, you should send a message right away. Usually Nick answers our support. That's support at trueformlife.com, or we have our SMS text number that you can respond to if you haven't received that. So you'll get access to the private portal, and you can start jumping into the content right away. And then any questions you'll ask on this group. So hopefully that's clear enough. We're going to send out some more messages today, trying to make sure everyone is prepped and ready to go. But we have some people starting next week. They're away this weekend and want to start next week. That's fine. We're going to be doing this for 10 days. So if you're listening as a podcast, I know we've been talking about detox a bit more than usual. This is why. And we're probably not going to talk about it. Well, we're certainly not going to talk about it nearly this often, or as often as we have in the future. So if you're tired of hearing about detox, it's going to be ending soon. And then in this group, in this private Facebook group, it's going to be a week of support. So you're going to see posts going up all about detoxing. So hopefully you get some value around it. We talk about detoxing with supplements, detoxing with a green smoothie, detoxing with your meals, and then other days as well, whether that's bathroom, kitchen, mental detox, physical detox. It's all there. We have Colleen in here, Donna, Amanda. Good morning, you guys. Is there any detoxing topics that you guys want to cover, or any detoxing questions? Just drop them below, and we'll cover that. In the past, the mental detox, for whatever reason, really seems to be on the top of our mind. Morning, Cindy. A lot of people ask about mental detox in particular, and it's a big subject. A lot of times our mind is cluttered. And I feel like I like the idea of simplifying your life. Like in most cases, we overthink everything. So when I am working with our clients, I'll tell you, I don't think I won't mention her name, but I don't think she'd mind anyways. But one of our clients, we sat down, and what we did is we started to remove things that are distractions. So one of the objections that I hear is I don't have time. And I'm like, okay. Like we all have the same amount of time in the day, and one person that's just as busy as another person seems to get certain things done, right? So what we get done is priorities. So if you want meal prep or your workouts or meditation prayer, if you want that to be a priority, that needs to go to the top of the list. But to do that, you have to eliminate things in your life. It's not just continue to add things. And often we don't eliminate distractions in our life. So with one of our clients, I sat down, and like technology, apps, logging in was a bit of a concern. So we sat down and we started to remove apps, which were distractions or not used. Or you have to scroll through 3 pages to get to where you want it. And like it seems too simple to be effective, but just think about how simple that is. Like you sit down and you push it, but like you open up your phone or your laptop or your iPad, and it's right there. You push a button and you're where you want to go. You know what it's like. That's why we moved our private paid community, our MAT membership, to school, because Facebook's a giant distraction. Some of you have jumped on this page by accident because you saw it pop up in your newsfeed, and you may or may not want to watch it. Like, I'm just being real. Some people jump in here and because they see the video and they're like, oh, I don't want to learn about that. So they jump in and then they jump out, right? Like that's our life. But it's filled with distractions, and social media is no different. So for us, we didn't want our clients and members to be distracted all the time every time they wanted to learn something. So instead of having a private Facebook group like we've had for years, we've leveled up and we're trying to simplify. So everything is very well organized in our classroom so it can be easily found and easily accessed. So it's not like, oh, I have to scroll through my news feed for 20 minutes to try to find the group I'm looking for. It's like you log in to one app and everything's there. But the problem there is that most people have 100 different apps they have to scroll through to get through that app. So if you start eliminating the apps that you don't use or need, that's going to simplify your life. And again, probably sounds too simple to be effective, but that's with everything in our life. Like most of us are doing too many things and we're too busy, and it makes us feel too important to do anything less. And many of us are burnt out, or I need a vacation. I need to get away from my life. Instead of designing the life that you want, one that you don't have to get away from to vacation or to feel better or to reset, that's a completely different lifestyle. It's simpler. You have more mental clarity. You have more mental capacity. You can more easily make decisions. And that, like, it's all connected. That comes to the people that you allow in your life, the conversations that you have, and ultimately figuring out what it is that you want and making sacrifices to do that. Let's see. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Jodine. Good morning, Karina. And Veronica says, how do you know what ingredients are good versus bad? Can you be more clear, Veronica? Veronica's one of our MAT members. She always comes with questions to our coaching calls, which is awesome. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Like if you see morning, Deanne, if you see a ingredient that says refined sugar, put it back. Put it back. That goes back to simplifying. Like so those of you that aren't sure, so we were thinking about discontinuing our first product, which was very hard for me, but the sales just weren't there, especially compared to our other products. So we're thinking about discontinuing CTP, Complete Truth Protein. And so we said we're going to bring out a batch to our MAT members to see if anyone wants it, because we've had some requests come through. And that sold out in like a week. We had a small batch, but a ton of it went out in a week. So a month and a half later, 6 weeks later, we brought out another batch, and we're just releasing that. So we have some in stock. I'm looking at it on the shelf right now. We have some in stock. It's on the website, trueformlife.com/shop. So if you want to grab CTP, you can order it online only right now, and we'll continue to test it until it gets past the threshold of it's worth keeping. Like right now, I get a pie chart sent to me every month that shows us our best-selling products. And the bottom of the barrel, we're not going to keep. That's just how it goes. We're going to keep bringing out. It takes a while. I've been working on this new product. It was supposed to be here before Christmas, like I was told latest mid December. It's still not here. They're like, oh, 2 more months. And I'm like, do you mean 2 more weeks? But like that's part of it. Like that's part of this business. Like manufacturers are a nightmare to work with. I've yet to find a really good one. So if you're not sure, we design our own products with manufacturers. We don't sell other companies' products. And so I have other ideas, but it takes forever. Like trying to get a product. Not only do you have to have the finances, just to be transparent, it's not cheap. Like you're looking at minimum of $10K to $50 just to get a new product in. And, that's just finances. Then you're waiting months and months for something to come in. So how many times, I guess unless you're one of those giant companies, you see some of those, like we order from, we don't mind some Young Living products have clean ingredients. Not all, unfortunately, but they'll come out with like 10 new products in a season, and they're like, or more. And like if you have that kind of financing, you can have a whole team, and probably your finances are pushing the decisions to be sent quicker. But for us, it takes a while. But if a product isn't really selling, we're just going to remove it and try to replace it with a better one. So at any rate, Complete Truth protein is simple. It's 2 ingredients. It's quinoa and hemp seeds. And when I was designing it, I was like, what's the simplest way we can get all your macros in? And I went through months and months of trying to figure it out. So anyways, it works out as it's a meal replacement in a smoothie, but it's better used as a gluten-free flour. And we have a recipe book that you guys can download for free if you're interested in that. But anyways, Veronica says, I guess on detox in the bathroom detox. Yeah. So we have a whole section in Detoxify Yourself. You should have that book. But there's so many. Like, you have to look at what's in your toothpaste. You have to look in what's in your deodorant. So toothpaste, like, I'm not a fan of fluoride type of products. So I would look at those ingredients for toothpaste, and it's pretty simple. Light. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I mean, that's not a fair statement. But if you look at those mainstream products like Colgate or Crest, you stay away from Sensodyne. Stay away from that kind of stuff. Those are chemicals. All chemicals. So you're looking for more natural types of products. We use then you look at deodorant. Then you want to look at aluminum or hard metals that you want to stay away from. And I list these in Detoxify Yourself, which many of you have. And then you're looking at shampoos and conditioners and soap. Like I use a bar soap, and like for we use Rocky Mountain soap, like a bar of soap. So I try to like all the things you go to a friend's house or a family's house, and they've got like 25 bottles of shampoo cluttering their bathroom. Like, to me, that's complicating your life. Like, how do you know which one to choose? and then you like, I feel like you're wasting time like trying to figure out if you're going to if like there's anything in that one, and why is that one half empty, and why don't you finish that one before you buy a new one? Like, it's so much to me. I'm just like, just use one bar soap. Maybe that's too simple. Jody says, morning, haven't watched the detox videos yet, but most interesting to learn about when to use the products in my box I ordered. Okay, so this is great. So Jody, I know you signed up, and I want you to dive into the videos, and of course we're going to be here for support. So with the supplements in particular, we have each day. So in the videos that you guys have in the module, we design that so we suggest to consume them one a day throughout the detox. So whatever the first video is, maybe it's green smoothie. So you learn about the green smoothie, why we make it, why we put the ingredients in, how to create your own. And that's a day. So then you focus on that green smoothie, right? We talk about a detoxing bath. What's the recipe to add in your detoxing bath? What are the benefits of magnesium bath flakes? What are the benefits of a detoxing bath? So there's tons of information out in there. So I really want you guys to dive in there and learn. Like, if you learn why you're detoxing and how to properly detox, you can do it forever. If you just do one thing for 3 days and you're not really understanding why or how or when, I feel like we miss the boat. There's so much value there. So Jody, right now, if you have more specific questions on, like, I can give you a brief overview of like a couple of products. I don't exactly remember what you ordered, but we had quite a few orders come in recently. I'm certainly be happy to answer right now. But that's what the modules were meant for. So there's tons of content in there, and I don't say that to overwhelm anyone, but the hours that we put in over the years, we're like, well, why don't we make a product or a module so people could log in and watch at their own pace. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed when you pop in there into your member portal and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to watch these. Just watch one thing. Watch one video, watch one topic. If you don't want to start from top to bottom, find something that interests you most and start watching that. That'll be a good idea. You guys should be looking at your meal plan. You guys should be looking at your recipe list. So we give you a meal plan, we give you a grocery list, and we give you recipes. So we give you everything you need. All you have to do is look at your ingredients, see what you have in your house, so you're not buying things more than you need, and just buy the things that you need. So that's a good start. I also want you guys to consider reading more of the book. So early, like before the actual recipes, I talk about why we've created the meal plan this way. to increase your metabolism, to help you burn body fat, to detox on a deeper level, on a cellular level. So, and then setting yourself up for success. So we have a chapter before the recipes that a lot of people ask those same questions that say setting yourself up for success. I actually just ordered a whole stack of these books, of these physical books. So we had some, we were sold out, but like it's here. Like some of you will be able to see this. So that's week 2. We have the recipes. We have a nice picture. I have a quote to go with it. I put a ton of time into this book, actually. Books aren't like, I thought books were, when I first started writing, I thought books were profitable. And they're not, unless you sell hundreds of thousands or millions. And I don't have that audience. So we don't make any money on these books, to be honest with you. There's a couple, the time and effort put in, certainly. And then I'd have to order thousands and thousands of them just to get them at a decent price. So these are basically sent out at cost. We do have, of course, we have products and we have support and we have other stuff, but like the book in particular, it's not like a money maker. It's just something that I've written and want to share with you guys, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. I'm just looking through. So we have a helpful tips. If you have, and we have a few different revisions, versions. I actually had Callie signed up. Just give me 1 second. I actually had Callie sign up, and I probably wrote this book 10 years ago. There's been improvements and new additions. I actually doubled the size of it, adding more information over the years. And she signed up again, and she had our first book with our first cover, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how old is that book? Anyways, on this page, like 170, I have helpful tips like meal prep, how to prep in particular, like baking, soups, whether that's meat or veggies. So there's a meal prep section. Then we have an additional recipes. We have a whole recipe section in here. Here's something that a lot of people aren't going to do, is that you're probably not going to weigh, measure, or take progress pictures. I don't particularly like weighing, but we do that in our MAP program. That's not necessarily something we did when we were doing more detoxify yourself stuff. But progress pictures and measurements, I'm telling you, I just had a conversation with one of our clients. And this happens all the time. She was a bit resistant to measurements, more particularly progress pictures, weighing. Didn't want to do it. So it was like 2 weeks in. This is recent. She's a recent client. I just talked to her yesterday. 2 weeks in, started to feel great. Menopausal symptoms almost eliminated. And not in the 2 weeks. I think she's been maybe closer to 6 weeks now. But she's doing amazing. She's following the program. And then she was one of the ones that was like, oh, I wish I had 2 more weeks of my results to see how far I came. So some of you are going to go through this, I can guarantee it, and you're not going to take those steps. And you're not going to take your measurements and progress pictures like we suggest. And you're going to be like, I wish I listened to him. So don't be that person. Just do it now. Chapter 8, meat and potatoes minus the meat and potatoes. This is mostly this is more of a plant-based type of menu. Again, different from our MAP program. But I talk about rancid oils in here, trans fats, omega-3s, portion sizes, MCT oil. Like, there's so much value in here. Gosh, that's a good book. Cindy says, hey, I have your original book. Yeah, you do. Yeah, Cindy's been around for a while. Hey, John, I know I have to get back to your message. Sorry I haven't responded. John, it's been a bit of a crazy week, but we'll get that figured out. Luminescence Healing is in here. I'm not sure who that is, if that's Cindy or Monique. Or Elizabeth. Luminescence is awesome. Super grateful we have that connection. They sell our products, and they're here in Calgary, so it's another option for you guys to go. And they have incredible healing system as well that I want to dive into when I can. But I've done some presentations there, and appreciate the connection and working together. Let's see, the bathroom detox. Any other questions? Jody, did you want to ask any questions about your products? And then Veronica, any other questions about the bathroom detox? For me, like when you're looking at detoxing the bathroom, for example, I would suggest adding, my apologies, It's the loudest cart in the world. All right. Shall we continue? When it comes to detoxing in particular, in this regard, like your bathroom, I just said simplifying your life. So I would look at earlier on in this show or conversation, I said I would start to remove things that don't offer value or offer distractions. In this case, I would suggest adding better quality products because it's really difficult to, you're like, oh, okay, I want to do a detox, and you want to dump all your products out or throw everything out in the pantry or clear out your whole fridge. Like, I don't know if that's sustainable, and I don't know if that's the mindset you want. Like, I want to think of, like, a lot of times people don't want to like go through that. Like, oh, I don't want to dump everything out because I got to waste all my money, or because then I got to refill it. It's a different mindset. It's a mindset of lack instead of a mindset of abundance. So what I would do is start adding better quality. So, and I hear it all the time is people like, oh, I'm going to finish my protein before I grab yours. And like, okay, well, like whatever's going on, like your digestion issues, the reason you contacted me is still going to happen. Your joints are still going to be in pain while you continue to use that low quality product, right? So you may not necessarily throw in the garbage, but if you add a better quality product, you're going to see the difference. You're going to say, oh my gosh, I'm starting to get better digestion, or I don't have chalky aftertaste because your product doesn't have a bunch of chemicals in it. Like, it's just a very different mindset from lack of not having anything and then having abundance. So instead of being like, I'm going to throw everything out, you get a better quality toothpaste, and you're like, that's much better, or that's a better way to remove my sensitive teeth instead of something like Sensodyne. So instead of just throwing all of your regular toothpaste out, add some better quality ones, and maybe you still use a little bit of that. I don't know. Like, that's completely up to you. You got to make that decision. But for me, like, once you have a better idea of better quality, I think we're better able to make decisions. And there's this quote that I don't necessarily like. It's once you know better, you do better, or once you know more, you do more. I don't know, something like that. But I think a lot of people know what to do. They just have trouble implementing it, which is more of where coaching comes along. When you have a community that continually reminds you, or you have a coach that is continually there to help you implement, that's a little bit different than just saying, here's the information, learn it, now you know it, go do it. Like, it doesn't work. How many of us, like, there's never been more information out there. It's really taking action that's going to make the difference. Jody says, kind of wondering how the supplements in meal during the detox, is it different than continuing it? I'm not sure. Shannon jumped in. Shannon, I sent you a message. I'm not sure if you saw that. I sent you a DM. Heather jumped in here. Good morning, Heather. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, Jody. Could you ask again? So the supplement, so this is a lifestyle detox. So let me repeat that. It's a little bit different than you should do this. Like, if you're doing, I'm not a fan of conventional detoxes. I don't believe in them. I don't think they're beneficial, because a lot of times people do a detox and then they go back to their life that brought them to the detox, that caused them whatever pain and discomfort that brought them to the detox. I would suggest making small sustainable changes to detox your life permanently. So we don't make like short-term, how can I say, suggestions. So if you're asking, you can take these detoxing supplements all the time. So I'll give you an example. Like activated charcoal is great for detoxing. Great for this detox in particular, but it's great for your lifestyle detox. So we recommend taking activated charcoal all the time. We take it every night. And we suggest our clients, members, take activated charcoal to help with digestion and help detox on a regular basis. How is the 10 days different than continue? It's not. It's the same. Morning, Rhonda. So that brings up a good point of the 10 days. So we decided to do a 10-day detox. And so 10-day detox, but there's a 30-day meal plan. So it could be a 30-day detox if you wanted to. We're offering 10 days of support. I'm pretty sure you guys keep the access to the portal. I don't think it ends after 10 days. I think you keep that. I have to talk to Nick about that, how he set that up. He's my tech guy. So I'm not exactly sure how he set that up, but you can carry on. You guys have the downloads, you have the book, you have the ebook, maybe you have the physical book, you have the recipe book. You can carry on and continue to do the detox after the 10 days, which I'd suggest. Like, why not? It's a fantastic way to continue to improve. And I think that's important to point out, because sometimes we'll have someone sign up to our MAP program for, like, let's say 6 months. And in their mind, they're like, I'm only doing this for 6 months. That's it. So that's a limiting mindset, because they start to think of all the things they're going to go back to after the 6 months. And it's like, that's not what this is about. So instead of thinking, I'm only going to do this for 10 days, think about how you can do the best you can for 10 days and then continue after, and continue to make detoxing lifestyle changes. There's another one. I think you ordered chlorella. I'm quite certain that's great for detoxing, great for the immune system, especially if you're having fish. Most people have fish in some way on a regular basis. If you're taking fish oil pills, you got to be taking chlorella. And it's like immune system, right? Lack of immune system season. So great reason to take chlorella, not just for the detox, but after as well. So think about this as more of instead of a short-term detox, think of it more as a beginner course or a beginner guide to get yourself on track, to start feeling, looking, believing, cleaning out your house. Like, it's a very nice entry steps, or even a reset to start living healthy forever. Scary thought, right? Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Once again, the support group is here. So if you guys have those of you that are in the detox, have a look at, or come in here, ask questions, and use this group as support. And then if you're not particularly in the detox, you can still participate. You can still ask questions. You can still be here. It's really the private portal, and all the information there that the members have purchased, and then any packages that you've purchased, we've mailed to you. I'm on week 18 of the. Rhonda says I'm on week 18 on the program, and I feel so much better. Amazing. Thank you, Rhonda. I really appreciate you sharing that live. It sounds better coming from you guys. We have pages and pages of testimonials. We know this works. We know it's a great way to reset. It's not about lack. It's not about dieting. It's not about all the things you can't have. It's about abundance and all the things that you can have. So hopefully that frames your mind, so you know what you're getting into once you get started, and get ready to feel amazing. Like, we've had people share amazing stories, not just weight loss or burning body fat, but energy, digestion, chronic pain, sugar levels, all of that improved and more. And that's what we're here for. So hopefully that helps. Everyone have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you later. Bye all.